Na, hangout na!
Makitawa,
Timbang ni Chito sa weigh-in, laban ni Chito umabot sa 300 kilogram.
makichismis,
So, anong say mo? Direct sa Mix Channel. Cheat. Next ga! Sisipi kahit
at makigulo tuwing gabi kasama ang Hangout with Mamon. Hangout with Mamon. Lunes hanggang Miyerkules, 8 p.m. at 9:30 p.m.
Ito po ang Hangout with Mamon.
Dito lang sa nag-iisang himpilan, Kool FM. Pagsapit pa lang ng alauna, alam niyo na, JKS na! Samahan si Mark Corrales sa isang oras sa kwentuhan, tawanan at kung ano-ano man. Tuwing Sabado, pagsapit ng alauna ng hapon,
Magandang hapon po. It's gusto ko Sabado GKS.
sumama na sa kwentuhan sa GKS. Gusto ko Sabado! Dito lang sa nag-iisang himpilan na Mark, Kool FM. Lahat ng drama, lahat ng tawanan, lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masang Lamaw. Number 1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. You are listening to Kool FM, live from Kool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Good evening, this is koolNews at 6, live from Kool Studios. I'm Caro. The Commission on Elections COMELEC will finish the removal of nuisance candidates from the official bullets before the end of November, Poll Chief George Erwin Garcia said on Wednesday. For nuisance candidates, I promise that by November 30 we will resolve it. That's our commitment, Garcia said in a press conference. COMELEC sent 184 senator aspirants filed their certificate of candidacy COC from October 1 to 8. Garcia said the COMELEC could not yet determine how many of them would make the cut before the printing of bullets in December. However, it can be recalled that only 54 senator candidates out of 176 aspirants who filed their COCs made it into the 2022 bullets. A 2022 election aspirant appealed before the Supreme Court COMELEC's decision in declaring him a nuisance candidate. COMELEC prevented Norman Marquez's Senate bid from being virtually unknown and having no political party. However, the High Tribunal said the grounds used by the COMELEC to justify the nuisance label on the petitioner simply because he is not well known, neither affiliated with influential groups nor supported by any political machinery, reduced the election as current instrument of democracy to a mere popularity contest. Marquez is running for senator again for midterm polls next year. Senator aspirant Brett Lopez, who was declared a nuisance candidate 3 consecutive times, also tried her luck once more. If the COMELEC does not let me run for senator, I will curse all of the people involved in my disqualification, and emotional Lopez said in Filipino, attributing her disqualification to her being born. Nelson Angkajas, a street food vendor, said he knows he will be declared a nuisance candidate again. Angkajas said he filed his COC for a senator to use as a platform to shed light on the petition of his 3-year-old child who has congenital adrenal hyperplasia. Real talk, I know that when you are penniless, they will remove your name on the bullet, he said, but I need to voice out what we are expecting. The Department of Foreign Affairs said Wednesday at least 182 Filipinos in Lebanon are confirmed to be returning to the Philippines soon. DFA Undersecretary for Migration Eduardo Jose de Vega said the Filipinos had their flights out reserved, with the latest batch of repatriates scheduled to depart soon. Meanwhile, the Philippine Embassy in Beirut is processing the exit of 400 more who have expressed their interest in returning to the Philippines. The repatriation comes as Israel continues to plumb Hezbollah targets in parts of Lebanon, especially in the south. The Vega said majority of the estimated 11,000 Filipinos in Lebanon have chosen to remain there. In fact, out of the 11,000 Filipinos, only 500 to 600 want to go home. They don't want to return home because they think they might not be able to come back, he said. It's difficult to raise alert level 4 if they do not want to return, he added. De Vega said the Philippine embassy in Beirut continues to act as if they are under alert level 4 and has been following up the exit clearance of Filipinos who want to leave Lebanon. The Land Transportation Office has issued a short course order to a registered owner of the sports utility vehicle SUV that made an illegal U-turn at the EDSA Aurora underpass. The SUV owner was asked to appear before the LTO Central Office on October 14 to explain the incident, which was caught on video and went viral. The vehicle owner was also ordered to bring the driver and submit a written explanation as to why they should not be penalized. In a statement on Wednesday, LTO Chief Vicar Mendoza II said the driver's actions were reckless and irresponsible as he might have put himself and others in danger. We have received a formal complaint from Metropolitan Manila Development Authority Chairman Don Artes regarding this incident, and this is now the subject of our investigation. Our immediate response was to issue a short course order, Mendoza said. The LTO said among the administrative cases against the driver were reckless driving and obstruction of traffic. It added that the vehicle was placed under alarm to prevent any transaction while under investigation. Failure to appear and submit the written comment explanation as required shall be construed by this office as a waiver of your right to be heard, and the case shall be decided based on the evidence at hand, the LTO said. Mary Ang Maslog, a suspect in the 1998 textbook scam, may be instrumental in Alice Gu's recent departure from the Philippines, according to Senate President Pro Tempore Jimbo Estrada. While the information remains unverified to date, Estrada said he learned the matter through a reliable source. This woman needs to be investigated, this Mary Ang Maslog, and why she did this. Also, I heard from a reliable source that this woman also helped in the escape of Guo, Estrada, in a mix of English and Filipino, told the media in a press conference on Wednesday. The second top official said Maslog is nothing more than a con artist who lies worse than Guo. Later into the presser, the senator was pressed to disclose more detail on the information he received, with reporters particularly asking if these unverified reports were worth looking into. We might, because Mary Ang Maslog is close to Mayor Kalugay. She said she is very close to the mayor of Sual, said Estrada. Estrada was pertaining to Sual, Pangasinan Mayor Lizaldo Don Kalugay, who was earlier tagged as Guo's romantic partner. Maslog, meanwhile, got involved into the Guo controversy because she was supposedly tapped by General Romeo Capapas, officer in charge of the Philippine National Police Intelligence Group, to help convince Guo to surrender to the police. According to her, she was chosen by the intelligence group because she has an access to the dismissed Pampang Mayor's legal counsel attorney Stephen David, and she is also a friend of Kalugay. Maslog escaped in conviction for graft in the 1998 textbook scam case by faking her own death. At the Senate panel on Women's Tuesday probe, Maslog introduced herself as a certain Jessica Francisco. No Filipino in the United States was reported affected by the Category 5 Hurricane Milton as of Wednesday, according to Foreign Affairs Undersecretary Eduardo Jose de Vega. Our embassy in Washington, D.C. said that no Filipino was reported affected as of now, not only in Florida but also in North Carolina, he said in Filipino at the Banco Pilipinos night briefing. De Vega added that the Philippine government is monitoring the situation of Filipinos in areas affected by the hurricane. Milton is threatening the populated Tampa metro area, home to more than 3.3 million people. Based on the National Hurricane Center's live hurricane tracker, Milton may make landfall on the west coast of Florida late Wednesday, U.S. time. Category 5 is the highest qualification on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. According to the National Weather Service, Category 5 hurricanes are forecast to cause catastrophic damage. A high percentage of frame homes will be destroyed, with total roof failure and wall collapse. Fallen trees and power poles will isolate residential areas. Power outages will last for weeks to possibly months. Most of the area will be uninhabitable for weeks or months, it said. And now getting into the international headlines, North Korea's army said Wednesday it was moving to permanently shut off and block the southern border with Seoul and had informed the US military to prevent an accidental clash. In a statement, Pyongyang said it would cut off roads and railways that might have something facilitate the travel between the two Koreas. While North Korea on Wednesday described the move as a major military step, and I was suggested it was likely the continuation of a process long underway. Inter-Korean relations are at one of their lowest points in years, with Pyongyang shuttering agencies dedicated to reunification and declaring South Korea its principal enemy. The nuclear-armed country had been expected to scrap a landmark inter-Korean agreement signed in 1991 at the key parliamentary meeting that ended Tuesday, part of leader Kim Jong-un's drive to officially define the South as an enemy state. But in a Wednesday report that revealed the naming of a new defense chief, official state media made no mention of the pact being ended. Hours later, however, the army said it planned a substantial military step that would completely cut off roads and railways connected to the ROK, South Korea, and fortified the relevant areas of our site with strong defense structures. It added that it had sent a telephone message to U.S. forces Wednesday morning to prevent any misjudgment and accidental conflict over the fortification project to be launched in the acute southern border area. While the border is one of the most heavily militarized in the world, it failed to prevent a North Korean from crossing it to the south in August. Seoul said in July that Pyongyang had spent months laying landmines and erecting barriers while turning the area into a wasteland along the heavily fortified border. In June, the South Korean military said North Korean soldiers tasked with reinforcing the border had suffered multiple casualties from landmine explosion incidents. That same month, Seoul spy agency said it had detected signs that North Korea was demolishing sections of a railway line connecting the three Koreas. North Korea has already been demolishing parts of the Yonghae Line railway, seemingly with the intention of completely severing its connection to the South. Yang Mo-jin, president of the University of North Korean Studies in Seoul, told AFP, calling its statement official confirmation. The North Korean army said Wednesday its decision was a self-defensive measure in response to South Korean war exercises and visits by U.S. strategic nuclear assets. While no constitutional revisions involving Seoul were reported at this week's meeting, Hong Min, a senior analyst at the Korea Institute for National Unification, said North Korea could be waiting for the results of the next month's U.S. election before making a move. Pyongyang on Wednesday also named No Kwang-chol as its new defense minister, replacing Kang San-nam. The announcement of No's appointment comes today after Seoul's defense chief said North Korean soldiers were likely fighting in Ukraine alongside Russian troops, with some believed to have already been killed and more expected to be deployed. It is now 6:12 in the evening, and we will get into the more international headlines and entertainment headlines when we return here on koolNews at 6. Still up with us.
You are listening to Cool FM.
It's 6:20 in the evening, and welcome back to koolNews at 6. Let's continue with the headlines. Ateneo de Manila University has emerged as the highest-rated Philippine school in the Times Higher Education World University Rankings 2025. In the results released on Wednesday, Ateneo was placed in the 1001 to 1200 bracket out of 2,092 institutions from 115 countries and territories. According to the THE's website, the THE World University Rankings, often referred to as the THE Rankings, it's the annual publication of university rankings by the Times Higher Education magazines. Our rankings cover the three main areas of university activity: research, impact, and teaching. The website reads. Recognized as the world's most comprehensive evaluation of university performance, our latest WR 3.0 methodology includes 18 carefully calibrated indicators to assess institutions across 5 key areas: teaching, research environment, research quality, industry engagement, and international outlook, the website added. The 2025 rankings include 2,092 ranked universities. There are 185 new entries when compared with last year. For THE Rankings 2025, the following Philippine schools achieved the following rankings. Ateneo de Manila University with 1,001 to 12,000 bracket. University of the Philippines 12,001 to 15,000 bracket. De La Salle University 15,001 plus bracket. Mapua City University 15,001 plus bracket. Mindanao State University Iligan Institute of Technology 15,001 plus bracket, and University of Santo Tomas 15,001 plus bracket. In the same 2025 ranking, the University of Oxford in the United Kingdom globally holds on to the top spot 49 consecutive year, bolstered by significant improvements in industry engagement and teaching. The Department of Foreign Affairs on Wednesday confirmed the rescue of 40 Filipino women who were reportedly brought by a Philippine agency to become surrogate moms in Cambodia. In the Bangkok Pilipinas Ngayon interview, DFA Undersecretary for Migration Eduardo Jose de Vega said 13 are already in various stages of pregnancy and are currently sheltered in a local hospital. The 7 are said to be repatriated. De Vega assured that the Filipinas are visited and given assistance, including support for their personal and prenatal needs. He added the Philippine government is in coordination with relevant agencies to combat future surrogacy cases or human trafficking cases involving Filipinos. The Khmer Times on October 8 reported that a Philippine agency has been found to be bringing Filipinas into Cambodia to be artificially impregnated to provide babies for an infant trafficking syndicate. In a separate statement, the Philippine Embassy in Cambodia confirmed that 20 were rescued by the Cambodian National Police in Kanta Province last September 23, and that it was made in line with the country's law on suppression of human trafficking and sexual exploitation. Based on preliminary interviews, the recruitment of these 20 Filipino women took place online by an individual whose identity and nationality have yet to be determined. The recruiter with an apparently assumed name arranged for the woman to travel to another Southeast Asian country, but eventually sent them to Cambodia, where surrogacy is banned. At the time of the rescue, the women were found under the care of a local nanny, together with 4 other women from a neighboring country. The embassy continues to coordinate with the Cambodian authorities for the speedy resolution of the case. And now let's get back into the international headlines, as then President Donald Trump secretly sent COVID test kits to Vladimir Putin despite a U.S. shortage during the pandemic, and spoke multiple times with the Russian leader after leaving office, Bob Woodward says in an explosive new book. The famed reporter's opus also chronicles some of President Joe Biden's own acknowledged missteps and his struggle to prevent escalation of conflict in the Middle East, including expiration with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over futile efforts to get Israel and Hamas to reach a ceasefire. In excerpts of War, published Tuesday by the Washington Post, where Woodward is associate editor, he says Trump retains a personal relationship with Putin even as he campaigns for another term, and the Russian president conducts a war against U.S. ally Ukraine. With the coronavirus raging in 2020, Trump sent a batch of COVID tests to his counterpart in Moscow. Putin accepted the supplies but sought to avoid political fallout for Trump, urging he not reveal the dispatch of medical equipment, the book says. According to Woodward, Putin told Trump, "I don't want you to tell anybody because people will get mad at you, not me." Woodward also cites an unnamed Trump aide who indicated the Republican leader may have spoken to Putin up to 7 times since leaving the White House in 2021, despite the U.S. effort to help Ukraine resist Russian invasion and the severe deterioration of relations with Moscow. The Post, reporting Woodward's account, said that at one point in early 2024, Trump ordered an aide out of his office in his Mar-a-Lago residence in Florida because he wanted to hold a private call with ex-KGB officer Putin. At the campaign event Tuesday for Pennsylvania Senator Bob Casey, Biden said the way Trump handled the pandemic was a disgrace. Over 1 million people died, but guess what? He called his good friend, Putin, not a joke, and made sure he had the text, Biden said. War hits bookshelves October 15, just 3 weeks before a critical U.S. election in which Trump is locked in a tight race against Vice President Kamala Harris. And now for the showbiz news, actress host Shira Diaz revealed she recently underwent laparoscopic appendectomy surgery or a procedure to remove her inflamed appendix, saying that she went through a lot of pain and suffering because of her condition, but is now on her way to recovery. The Una-Hearing host took to Instagram to share some photos from her hospital, saying, asking for more prayers and early recovery from the procedure. "Thank you so much, Lord, for this successful operation. I am now recovering but still in pain, so please pray for me," Diaz said. In her post, the actress host said that while the normal appendix is as thin and as little as an eyelid, hers was swollen to triple in size or even bigger. "It's really good that my appendix has not ruptured. The fear, hardship, and pain that I suffered was great, but thanks to God, I have made it through," she said. Diaz then reminded her followers about taking care of their bodies and health. Important reminder, always listen to your body and see a doctor when something feels off. Do not ignore that, she concluded her post. Meanwhile, E. Guzman showed unwavering support to his fiancée as she was undergoing surgery. The actor, who appeared to have been Diaz's companion at the hospital, took to his Instagram stories to offer prayers for her as she prepares for the said operation. "Heavenly Father, I lift up my fiancée to you as she prepares for her operation. Please guide the hands of the doctors and nurses, giving them wisdom and skill," he wrote. "Grant her peace, strength, and healing. Surround her with your love and protection and help her recover quickly. I place my trust in you and ask for your grace to be with us during this time. Amen." After the actress post, Diaz penned an appreciation post for her soon-to-be husband by sharing a picture of him with the caption, "I love you, thank you." Guzman responded, writing, "Anything for you, my love. I will not tire taking care of you." And now, wait a minute. And now, good news for Bloom fans out there. Beanie, consisting of Johanna, Ida, Colin, Malloy, Gavin, Stetley, Mika, and Sheena, has been nominated for Best Asia Act at the 2024 MTV Europe Music Awards, their first time to be recognized by the awards-giving body. The Go Group's nomination was announced by MTV on Tuesday, October 8, and was confirmed by BD's official social media platforms on the same day. Starting off the EMA season with the Best Asia nominee for 2024, with the Philippine flag emoji out there. So you can see we have MTV Europe Music Awards, and yes, indeed, Beanie is nominated for Best Asia Act at MTV Europe Music Awards. Beanie will be up against K-pop girl group Elite, J-pop girl group Sakura Saka 46, Indonesian singer-songwriter Malalini, and Malaysia band Masto for the award. The winner will be decided through fan votes on MTV EMA's official website and will run until November 6. 10 votes per day will be counted by the site. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for Cool News at 6. And we will return with another run of news headlines later with Cool News Prime Time at 9 right here in this same studio. Until then, I'm Cairo. We will see you later for more news headlines with Cool News Prime Time at 9. Good evening.